Welcome back. My name's Dave, and this is Macaro Siding, my N-scale layout. Today we're going to continue with the gas station build. It's going along quite well. I'm going to show you some painting, and then I'm going to do the put the canopy together. Now, so let's just get started and cut. Okay, so let's get painting here. So I made up a little list of what needs to be painted, and in what order and how. So right now what I'm doing is I'm painting the red tops of all of the gas pumps. This is these are the Petrocan colors, red and white. And it takes 2 coats to get the red to look solid. And we'll get everything as first coat, and then we're going to switch colors. And while that's drying, we can paint something else. So there's the top of all of those. Now the reason that we're painting all of this like this separately is because once it's assembled, it's going to be nigh impossible to get a brush into all of the nooks and crannies. So first, we got the red painted now. So now we're just going to clean up the brush. And the pumps, I decided, were, well, they're mostly white with black sides. So I have some Tamiya XF85 rubber black. It's not black. It's got a tinge to it, but I think it'll do fine. So now we're going to just start to let's just see what we got here. Just painting on my hand. Now, let's see, how can we do this? I guess we'll do it like you know what, I'm just going to lay it flat. And I'll just start at the top one here. So I'm going to just come in here and paint this black here. So we'll do all of the sides in black. Now, I imagine I could have done this with masking and the airbrush, but I just thought to myself this would be really time consuming with the airbrush in terms of painting, cleaning, masking, painting, cleaning, masking. So I thought, you know, let's not worry about that and let's just get this painted with brush. Now you'll notice I got a whack of these pumps because I want to make a I want to be able to pick and choose. I'm only going to use 4 of them, and I've got 3, 6, 7, so I've got enough to play around with here. Alright, now I'm just going to turn this around and we'll start on the other side. interesting. Oh, it's a number 1. I was just going to tell you what size paintbrush I'm using. I'm using a number 1. These are synthetic sable. I have real sable brushes, but I'm terrified to use them. First off, they're honking expensive. And for some of this stuff, I don't think that anybody's going to be able to tell the difference between a $120 brush and a $5 brush. All right. You still see that? Yeah, you can still see it. And we'll pick up. I'm just gonna. Over on the laser cutter, I have the laser cutting out the logo for Petrocan. And I see they look passable from a distance. I once had a friend say, "Good from far, but far from good." So you have to remember when you're doing N scale that you want the real perspective on the way it would look in real life N scale. You need to be 187 square, sorry, 160 feet away to be able to get a sense of what it really would look like in real life. The one nice thing about N scale is the ability to sort of fool the eye. Because it's so small, okay, clean that brush off again. Now I'm just going to pick this up and take a look at it. That's pretty good. I'm going to just going to do some touch-ups with the black. I've been using the cap of the paint container as my little palette, just to shake the bottle up and then put it in the cap. And now I'm going to do this out of camera because just I'm sorry I'm doing this off camera, but I got so there we have our pumps. I do know that there's a flat area of these that should be black, and I'm going to consider whether I'm going to do that or not. I'm probably going to do sorry, let's put it back in camera. I will probably do a wash, a dark wash on these just to knock out, because there is, the actual print has details down inside here. There are shapes and stuff, so I think I'll do a wash in there and get. So what are we up to? Well, with all things, I changed my mind a lot. So what I did was originally I was going to use this. I'm going to switch over to 6 so you can see it, because that's how I've set it up. I was going to use this as my canopy. First off, it's too small. There's no way you get two N-scale cars side by side inside this space. Here, I barely get my finger inside that space. So then I went with another design. So I've designed a canopy, and originally I was not going to light the canopy, and then I thought, why not? I can do this. So what I have here is two evergreen tubes that are the right scale, and a MDF base, and the lights are running up through the tube and coming out here at the top. And the first thing we're going to do, though, is not glue this in place. We're going to glue the pumps in place. So here are the pumps. And if I do it that way, can you see them? I know it's a little difficult, but there they are. So what we're going to do here is we're going to glue the pumps onto the base where the uprights for the canopy is. So, and now I'm going to be selective because I'm only using 4 of these. So what I want to do is okay, there's number 1. Carefully pull it off. And number 2. And number 3. They may need some touch up once they're in place. And I'm trying to pick the one that will need the least touch up. I think it's this one. Alright, so now we have our 4 pumps. Now, I'm trying to see if I can, hey, I can zoom in and that'll make your life a little easier. So we have 4 pumps and two sets of uprights that'll hold the canopy up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a little bit of super glue. I'm going to grab a toothpick. I'm going to put the super glue on the bottom of and then I'm going to take a base and glue it down. Take a second one. Careful here. I'm going to get super glue over places that I don't want it. And again, just a little dab of super glue along the bottom. Pick up the base again carefully. Try not to knock off the first one that I put on. And just by eye, line it up. Line it up. And there's the first one. I'm going to put it upright so that it's there we go. And now the next one. So again, we have the base. And it's just super glue. Put this up here. Take this base again. A little bit of super glue and put it in place. There we go. That one's done. I'm going to do it backwards this time. I'm just going to put super glue down here. Pick this up. Slide it in place. Come on, behave yourself. And that one, I'm going to move. It's not equal. There it is. That's better. That's equal. So now we have pumps. Ready to go. Next step, on the canopy. So I'm going to put these aside so that they can dry and be as solid as a rock by the time I get to doing this. Now in the photographs I have on the canopy roof, on the edge of the canopy roof, on 3 sides, there is a white Petrocan symbol. And there's 1. 2. And 3. Now what I did earlier off camera was I cut out a notch on 3 sides. And so what we're going to do here is take the super glue and put it on there. Take one of the signs and put it in place. And do the same here. I'm going to put this one here. And lastly, here. And come on, don't stick to my fingers now. And get it as straight as can be. So now we have the canopy with its 3 signs. We have the pumps with their uprights. So the only thing left to do is to put this all together. I'm going to give these little signs time to dry so that they're solid. I don't knock them off in the process of putting this together. Okay, so upside down. Now, super glue on the top of each of the supports for the roof. And then we're going to take that, and I'm going to make sure that I've got all sorts of little wires here, and of course they're all trying to get in the way. So there's one. And of course I did that wrong. I want the lights on facing on the inside, not the outside of the one that's lighting up. Come on, come on, come on. Behave yourself, behave yourself. Super glue's a pain in the butt. Let's try that again. Bingo. Super glue on the top. I'll just bring this over so you can see me actually doing it. Here. And we'll get the wires out of the way. Wires out of the way. Come on. Alright. Get them lined up with the pencil lines that I marked on the bottom here. And we're going to hold our breath until that sets up. I can't remember where I put my activator. I thought I had it over here, but I don't. Okay, so we're going to set that aside and let that dry. Now underneath where the pumps are is going to be a concrete pad, which I've already started to make. And this is going to get weathered with the same paints that I use to weather normal concrete. So there'll be a buff and a gray on this, and they'll be wet blended together. And then once they're wet blended together, we'll measure on the canopy where the holes are for the lights, drill them through this base, and then mount this to the base, and then we'll have all the wires underneath. And because they're so small, I can glue them down. I can glue them down to the bottom of this, bring them together, and then make one. Two leads going down to the power supply instead of what in this case is 2, 4, 6, 8 wires separately going down in separate little holes. I figured this would be easier to do. So that's coming up, but not today, because I've got other things that I want to show you. The other thing that I did, oh, and this is coated with a fine grit Liquitex. I'm going to have to put the name of it in the in the comments, in the information below in the Show More tab. I can't remember it, but it gives it a very much like an 800 grit sandpaper, and it takes paint really, really well. Not only did I do it here, but and I don't know if the camera will zoom out enough so you could see all of this. Oh, almost. I'll hold it up and you can see. This is the parking lot for the Timmy's and the location for the gas station. And this is also coated with that same material. It's a fine pumice. I think it's ceramic something is what they call it. So what I've done here is I have to put the first coat down, and then I'm going to sand this smooth, and then I'm going to trowel on another coat and sand that smooth, and then I'm going to paint this so that this looks like asphalt here and here. And we'll see how that comes out, because I've never done anything this big before like this. So we'll see how that happens. But that's the step or two away from now. I have also got the start of the convenience store done. We'll zoom in on that. And focus. That's partially done. You'll notice that there is writing on the building and on the canopy. You can see. I don't know if you can see it, but that says Petrochem. I made my own decals for that, and I'm going to continue to make more decals and stuff. I'm going to put an interior in this building, not a physical interior, but a photograph that's going to run across the inside here to simulate what the inside of this would look like. So we'll just fade to 1 here. Okay. So that's it for today. I'm trying to keep. I don't want to do videos that are an hour and a bit long when I can break them out into exactly the discrete different parts that I actually do. So I want to thank you for watching today. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're over 700 now. I think 706 or something. It's quite amazing to me. And we'll continue on with this project. It's probably another week, 2 weeks. That depends on how everything else goes. But again, I want to thank you for watching. So as always, take care of family, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next week with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.